Shalom, shalom. Kwam Yashala, Kuholoyimla, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Chachakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Nuke-Capable that's out here sincerely keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jachana Nawah, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Pray that it's edifying by the Spirit, and just wanted to touch on these Russians walking the streets chanting, basically bomb America. So these things is turning up, man. It's getting a little more tense. You got a lot of bread and circus going on. People still want to watch their NFL games, their sports games, and you got all this chatter about new movies coming out and Kyrie Irving this and Kanye that, and people are really not paying attention to what's happening in these last days and with these prophecies, man, that's coming to pass right before our very eyes. But let me get the title on this and we can pull that up. You're not going to be able to understand, but they have it in subtitle at the bottom of, and you can tell these are Edomites because they don't have no damn rhythm. No, but it's funny to see though. But I went into the comments, and these proud ass Americans, man, they have no idea that that's Satan 1 and that's Satan 2. If that shit hit this place, all that old tough talk, that tough talk is out the window after that, man. You see, when motherfuckers is scrambling, trying to find somewhere to hide, to avoid it, which they're not gonna be able to anyway. But that's how proud these people are, man. And you have the so-called white man fighting against the so-called white man. This is that division, man, that the scripture talks about. Well, let's get some of it. It says Russian rally urges Putin to strike U.S. with nuke-capable Satan 2 missile. And that Satan 2 missile ain't no fucking joke, man. Now you can read into it if you want to. You can Google it, Satan 2, and read some of the specs of it. And hey, it's no getting away from it, man. You know what I'm saying? And America don't have anything to defend themselves against that, man. You see? But let's get the chance. This is a whole nother breed of white people right here, man. Or so-called white people. Because they're actually pinkish to reddish in color. These are Edomites. That's their biblical nationality. And the scriptures talks about Esau. The end of the world will be Esau. And the beginning of it that follows is Jacob. See, the so-called white man is on top right now. He's the one that's able to say where you can go, what you can do, who can travel here, who can travel there, who can build airplanes, who can build buses, who can build, they're in control of the laws that's, dictating what everybody else can do, so to speak. This is their kingdom. They're running shit. You can't say that they're not. When you go into Job 9 and 24, matter of fact, let me start with that. It's a lot. And I'm out just getting a little walk while I'm doing this. Okay, no, that's not what we want to go into we can go into this one. Go into the blue letter. That's a lot. Job 9 and 24. Because one thing you can say that Negroes are reckless. You can say that Negroes have a crime rate in their neighborhoods that's pathetic as hell. But what you can't say about the so-called blacks is a nigga got a bomb that can take out a continent. So the so-called white man is in control of things like that, man. See, they try and make it seem like we're such a bad people. Yeah, we do act a damn fool, don't get me wrong. But when it straight comes down to it, we're not in possession of nuclear capability. Matter of fact, we don't even have a standing army. We're damn sure not in control of no bombs, no drones. We're not in control of shit. Not even just making something as simple as a rifle, a pistol. They run all that. Bullets. They're over. You think the so-called white man gonna let you Negroes play with some gunpowder in your garage talking about I'm gonna start a gun company? Get the hell out of here. They dictate who can get gunpowder and get certain materials to put certain things together. They're the ones that's in control of the labs that test this stuff. You see? But this is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Now, all those things I just named off, those are just a few examples as to, you know, who's running things, who's in control of you know, your CDC, a place that can house diseases that can potentially take out the entire continent, you know, or the globe in general. Who's in control of your shots? When you rolling up your sleeve with the COVID-19, and those are so-called white people. Who made all the money off of it? So-called white people. You see what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted, man, out here when it comes down to this man. The so-called white man is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, and you can't get around it. Now let's go back into the article. And that goes for Russia too. Russia and the so-called white man in America, they are the same people. Don't let them fool you into thinking that that continent, these continents, the name of these places separate them. They're the same people. They just happen to be fighting against each other. That's infighting. That's white on white crime right there. Russia being in Ukraine, that's white on white crime right there, right? Well, let's go into it. Let's see them chanting this, man. It's like a 2-minute video. And like I said again, they have the subtitle at the bottom of what they're chanting. But they're basically chanting, man, death to America, basically. Let's get it. So basically they was just chanting, strike the decision-making centers. You see? They like, hey, hit that Pentagon, hit that White House, hit, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let me just read some of it. Because really, like I said again, they're just chanting that chant as they're walking up the street. You're really not going to be able to understand unless you know some Russian. But it says, a rally recently held in Moscow saw attendees and leaders calling for Russian president to launch a nuclear strike against Washington, D.C. A clip from the rally was shared to Twitter on Saturday morning by Julia Davis, creator of the Russian Media Monitor and columnist for the Daily Beast. In the video, a man can be seen leading a crowd of people through the streets of Moscow and through chants calling for the attacks on Washington. See, it's getting, you never would have heard of stuff like this, man. You know, 5 years or 10 years or so back. Definitely not 15, 20 years or so back. You see what I'm saying? So this thing is getting more and more intense. You wasn't hearing about nuclear nothing, man. Other than here and there, they might be talking about let's sit down at the table and you know, talk about how we can, you know, keep the world at peace, so to speak, from nuclear. But now it's just like everybody testing missiles. Kim Jong-un testing missiles over in North Korea. He's shooting down missiles over America's allies. Shit, man. Matter of fact, Japan is full of Americans, man. American troops. And this guy's shooting missiles over this place, man. So the provocation is there. You see? Okay, it says, this is what they were chanting. Strike the decision-making centers. The man leading the crowd shouts. On Washington, a flight task for the Sarmat missile. On Washington, Sarmat, strike the enemy cities. On Washington, USA is the enemy. We will go to heaven as martyrs. They will simply croak. And like I said, these are the tensions that are happening in the world right now. So let me just let's go to what H.I.M said, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And when I was going into the comments, like I said again, of course, you're going to see nothing but proud-ass Americans in them comments. But there was a lot of people in there that were putting up prayers, you know, talking about praying for the U.S. I pray that this doesn't happen. You know, just throwing up scriptures and using them all out of context. But what they don't know is, that's how you know that Christianity is such a damn joke, man. And Christianity is really towarded the minds of the people. And they have no real thought. They just really are out of touch with reality when it comes to the scriptures, because the Lord is the one that's going to destroy this place. He's the one that's setting in motion these kings' hearts, man. According to Proverbs 21, I think that is. So They're praying that World War III doesn't happen. But if you're a Christian, you should be praying that it do. Why? Because that brings the kingdom. But see, these Christians, they don't want, it's just a bunch of bullshit, man. They don't really want the Lord to come. They're totally, perfectly comfortable being in this wicked ass world that this so-called white man have put together, man. They're comfortable being here. Ain't no doubt about it. Because if they wasn't, they would be praying for the prophecies to come to pass. And actually, they don't even understand that isn't in their prophecy. They have no idea that America is Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon, man, and this great whore that needs to be destroyed. This place has every part of wickedness, man, in the earth, man, comes from this place, man. You see, Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, your disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. And that's what's going on too. A lot of these people are deceived. That's a commandment from Yahushua that's telling you to let no man deceive you, man. You watch these so-called white people sit on the news with that dumbass suit and tie on, talking about peace this, peace that, and deceiving these people, deceiving the people into really believing that America is going to be all right. And they're making plans for 2030, 2040, 2050, 2075. We're going to be here. We're going to be doing that. We're going to have flying cars and all kinds of bullshit. They're deceiving the people. You see? That gross darkness is over the people, man. Okay, it says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See? See that ye be not troubled. Now us, as believers, us that's into this truth, hey, we're not to be troubled by hearing these particular stories, man. We're supposed to, read through them, filter them through the scriptures, and warn the flock, man. And actually be happy about it. Because we're happy when we hear these particular types of news stories coming out, man. Happy about it. Okay, it says, see that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. But it's an indicator that we are close. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And these things are happening, man. So you so-called Americans, especially you so-called white people, hey, this is gonna more likely, man, this could be your very last Thanksgiving dinner, man. So eat up. To you wicked ass Jake that want to follow this place, this could be your very last Thanksgiving, man. This could be your very last Christmas, your very last what you call New Year's, because things are about to get crazy as hell out here, man. It's already in the making. It's already in the making. See, while people out here still they can barely afford food right now, but they gonna go out here and get what they need to celebrate these wicked ass holidays. You see, so. Like I said again, this could be your your very last holidays, man. So suck it up, man. Go ahead and do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Egyptians are against the Egyptians. These people still they can't handle these election results. They're already at each other's throats and basically a step from civil war. You see what I'm saying? So they these damn Americans, they ready to fight against each other, man. So you got that. You got sedition among men that's going on, man. Matter of fact, let's get the Apocrypha. Things are about to get real nasty out here. And you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, hey, the Lord is using that situation with Kyrie, especially him, and Kanye, to give you somewhat of some warning, to show you who you are. you are Hebrew Israelites. And everything that's going on in this planet is going on your behalf, because the Lord is waking up the children of Israel, the apple of his eye. He's about to bring all these nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat. And hey, he about to get down on them for his people. All that Christianity, white Jesus crap, the Lord loves everybody, that is not in the scriptures, man. And people are starting to see it more and more, because the Lord, he's bringing that out right now. Okay? Well, let's get, what do we want to get? Let's go to the second address. Second address, 15. Let's start at verse 14. Woe to the world, and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. See, we're at that point, man. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See, it's about to come to a point where people they're not about to give a fuck about no government, man. That's what it's all boiling down to. Hell, you see the King Charles just got pelted with eggs over there doing a walkthrough. See, people don't have no respect for the dignities these days, man. That's a wrap. That's pretty much out of here. Then it's gonna come to a point where you're not gonna be able to call no damn 911, man. The police are gonna be trying to protect their own families. For real. Okay, it says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See? It's about to be some great tribulation going on. And the people that's going to be the least prepared for it are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Hebrew Israelites. The Lord said, go out, blow the trumpet, give warning, but that's all we can do. You know, we can only do so much warning. And then there's going to come a famine of the word, man. So you have an opportunity to repent, you know, and while you have the opportunity, because that door of grace and mercy is going to close, man. Let's get, what was we? Let me see here. Let's go back. Second Ezra chapter 9, I'll start from the top, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. So we're watching these things. We're watching these things play out. He said to diligently measure the times, man. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, and that's going on a day-to-day basis. You look at the earthquake app right now, it's probably done been hundreds of earthquakes already today, as of 3 o'clock right now. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, because that's all you're seeing is uproars of the people. People are tired of their governments, man. They're tired of, you know, they're starving. They're not, getting, you know what I'm saying, their proper due food. You see what I'm saying? So people are sick of their governments right now, man. Inflation is through the roof. They don't know if the gas is through the roof. Their insulin, pills, medicine, everything is high as hell, man. And people are you know, they say when you have nothing to lose. How's the saying go? It says when you have nothing to lose, the people lose it. They're about to lose it out here, man. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So people are going to realize that, okay, or we realizing, you know, the ones that's into this truth and that's really following in, you know, after Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that, hey, those things that the Lord was talking about, those things are starting to come to pass. It is high time to awake out of sleep. That's what that's the main thing. It's high time to awake out of sleep. It's time to awake out of that darkness, man, and repent. And this is for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. That's why we do these lessons. Get that blood off our hands, man. And so, like I said again, man, hey, repent. I'm just out here. It's like you're trying to make it across the highway, so to speak. Not the highway, but it's a fast-moving street. Just out getting a little walk. But yeah, I saw this story, man, and these damn Russians are riled up. The bear, man. They keep poking at the bear. And that's end days prophecies, man. The Lord's gonna put that hook in Russia's mouth, man, and pull them back and draw them back to the days of the USSR, back when they was Russia was a beast back in the days, and that's the reason why you have these NATO nations. See, it's taken 30 nations coming together to try and hold Russia down, man. Because they don't want Russia to come back to what they used to be back in that days of power, man. But it's too late. It's a wrap. They back up, man. They're back up. And that's a part of end days prophecy. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala.